Alrighty, here she is, the 1970 Camaro with the Chevy 252. I already went ahead and swapped that carb out, put a cheap Chinese carb on there. I haven't gotten it running yet, but I'm getting close. I've had this car for probably, I don't know, 8 years, and it's been sitting back here ever since. It's never really moved. As you can see, it's kind of buried in place. I'm gonna get the battery on the charger. Gonna see what happens. Try to fire it up. I did drain the gas, so I'm gonna try to prime the lines, see if anything can happen with that. You know, it's got to do a couple little things. This car is from California. It's been off the road since, oh man, probably the 80s. When we first got it, the engine had no compression on any of the cylinders. Don't know if it was a head or anything, so we went and got a 252 out of a C10. Pretty good motor. Gonna find out if it still works or not. Okay, so I got the battery charging. I'm gonna see if she even takes any juice. I mean, right now she's very dead. Okay, there we go. Now she's coming up. So that's my grandpa's old charger. I don't know. This thing's pretty cool. When we first got it, we went through. Interior was destroyed. Went through and sourced out some white seats for it. Got plenty of parts for it, but I mean, this thing's just been sitting. Nobody's ever touched it. It's got a 3-speed manual from the factory still. You know, it's a pretty basic car. It's a base model, so it's not like there was anything fancy about it from a factory. It's originally cherry red, but California baked it to be this beautiful orange. It's pretty gross. It's been sitting for a long time. I don't know if you can hear that through this mic, but she's bubbling in there. Oh boy. One time I knew a guy. Went out to charge a battery, put it on the charge, came back a little bit later, touched the cables, and it blew up right in his face. So you ever got a battery that sounded like that? You know, you just charging it and you hear bubble bubble? Just stay away from it. Put some cardboard on top, something. So it's been on the charge for a little bit. It's not really coming up registering that it's pulling a lot of juice yet. So how the ammeters work on a battery charger is when your battery's dead, that gauge is going to be higher than when it's not. So 0 is a charged battery. If you're at 15, your battery is dead. But when it's so dead, you know, you don't really get much of a reading until it gets a little bit of juice in it and can figure out what's going on. You can hear it bubbling inside, and that's the acid boiling. Let's hop in it, turn the key on, see if there's any lights coming on the dash, see if we have any life in this car. Alrighty, so this is the dash of a base model Camaro from 1970. Headlight switch, wiper switch. You get dummy lights, so you don't get any real gauges in there. Right here would be the automatic gear selector. So you can see I got some gas in it. Yeah, probably a little bit too much. This thing isn't going to get used. But if you look at the mileage, for how shot this interior is, it's pretty amazing because it has 59,000 original miles on it. So the engine was dead, you know. This car is you think it was a stoner car? Found a bong under the seat. Every single corner's got dents in it. I don't think there's a straight panel on this car, but I mean, it's really not rusty. Pinch welds are all good, rockers are good. It's just beat up, you know. All right, let's see if we got anything going on when we turn the key. We should get some dummy lights on over there. Nothing. All right, let's take a look under the hood. Okay, so here's the main harness that comes out of the firewall. That goes to your ignition. Looking for a broken wire. That's some sort of sensor. Alright, so bring it down here. goes up and under. This wire comes up, goes under the rad support, comes over this guy. Well, let's see what happens. Maybe it'll work. Alright, let's hop back in the car. See if we get any life out of it. Alright, back in the seat. Aha! Got the dummy light on for the generator. Okay. So, being a 3-speed, you get reverse, and then first is down to the left, second is up and to the right, and third is down and to the right. So, let's take it out of gear. I did dump a little bit of fuel in the carb a few minutes ago. Let's see what happens. Ready? That battery's cooked. Alright. Gonna let her sit a little bit longer. Yeah, something interesting about this car is you can't turn the key off unless you put it in reverse. I know it's weird, but that's what Chevy used to do. Okay, I'll gonna go do a few other things, and then I'll come back to this once it's charged up a little bit, and we'll see if we can get her to pop off for us. Nothing too fancy about it. I mean, this is it is an FM radio. Look at that. Neat. Does the thingy work? No, selector's fried. So that's gotta go, but you get a cassette tape. FM. Doesn't move. ST. Doesn't move. What's the point of these if they don't move? I don't know what this MPX is. Fast forward. Hold it. Maybe. Eject. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, that's not doing anything. Nice clicker there. So you got the vent right there. But I don't know what that second knob does. So on the driver's side, you only get the one. Oh no, you got two over here too. Okay. They both pull. Oh, that is rough. I don't know what these guys do. They both push. I was in here and I turned the key on. I'll turn the headlamp off so you can see that. Maybe. The radio lights up just barely. Just barely. Off, on, off, on. The other really cool thing about this car, this little line right here in the windshield. It comes around, goes this way. Comes straight down. That's your antenna in this car. The antenna is the windshield. Things used to be pretty cool. I'm guessing they stopped doing this stuff probably because they were having problems with it, but it might also be because this was too expensive. I don't know. They used to do a lot of cool things that they don't do anymore. New cars are pretty complex, but pretty lame. Oh yeah. That's great. Alright. Back down to 0, went up to about 7 or 8 amps, came back down. Let's hop in there and see if she'll crank over for us, maybe fire her off. Alright, back in the car. Oh, key on. Neutralysis. Alright, key on one more, generator. Pump. Some throttle. It's more dead than before. Well, how does that work? Huh. That stinks. Alright. Gonna get something to go. So I at least want to hear it pop off, you know? It's like, it's been so many years. This thing deserves a second chance. And the needle just completely dropped. I don't know if a cell shorted out in there or what's going on, but it looks like a dead battery. I mean, it even stopped bubbling. So, something weird is going on with it. After all, it is from 2017. Just want to see if this old Chinese carburetor works. Linkage works. Fuel line's hooked up. She's ready to go. I just got to get a battery so she can pop. Let's try it one more time. Alright, generator. Sorry I don't have a light in here with me right now. Alright, battery came out. Back in, I did have some corrosion around the negative and on the positive. I mean, didn't go back to the starter, but I doubt that's it. It could always be it, so keep that in the back of my mind. Let's see what we got for the oil situation. And oh, we got plenty. Alright, try it once more. Alright. Alright, back in the car again. Key on. Take it out of reverse, put her in neutral. We got two cranks. How is the fuel gauge doing that? Oh, went all the way around. Oh no. Oopsies. Alright, it's about 2 hours later. I'm gonna load it up with some of that good old FVP siren fluid. Claims it has oil in it, but we'll see. I'm gonna load this up, hop in, hit the key, see if she pops off. We got a good chance. Alright, let's see what happens. Key on. I pulled that wire. Key is on, neutral, clutch in. Oh. Oh. No way. I can't believe it. Let's see if she'll idle. Oh. What a pig. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah. Running like it was never shut off. That's what's good. Not even missing a beat. I think the exhaust is blown out though. Yeah. Exhaust is blown out, but hey, it runs. I'm gonna say this is a win. So 6 to 8 years of slumber and the 1970 Camaro is still a runner. I can't believe it. Fired right up and didn't even miss a beat. I am very surprised with this carburetor. Then I got the factory carb right here in this box actually. Yeah, there she is. So that's what was on it. It's what just kept leaking down and wouldn't idle. Cleaned it many times to no avail. You know, everything was free on it. I checked the floats. You know, I'm starting to think it's got brass floats in it. I'm starting to think that one of the floats popped, developed a leak over the years. But China save the carb. Believe it or not. Put that back. Alright, if you guys want to see more videos of this thing, let me know. Once I'm done with this one over here. This one's next up on the block. So, let me know what you think we should do to it. Maybe I'll put one of the 4200 Vortex in it. Keep it inline 6. That'd be pretty neat. I don't really see those ever. Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching.